You look like you play in a ska band.
You do look like you play in a ska band.
You look exactly like you play in a ska band.
Where your trumpet at, bro?
Nailed it.
But jokes though.
Okay, here comes the jokes. Here we go. I know you think I haven't traveled anywhere because you've been on the road with the ska band, maybe the Mighty Mighty Bosstones or one of the other ones that nobody knows. But I've been on a plane 4 times. I really have. Let me tell you about the funnest time that I was ever on a plane. Wait, are you really, really mad at me?
No.
Oh, okay, good. That's how I know he's in a ska band. Because me and him are going to hug it out later and become friends. Because that's what ska bands are about, right, goddammit? Woo! He's still mad at me, goddammit.
My fact dress is
Well, pick it up later.
Okay, cool. Been on a plane 4 times. Here's the favorite one I've ever had. I was sitting on a plane, and in walked in 3 little Asian boys, and they sat in front of me. Didn't even have to pay extra for it. Pretty good plane ride, I will say. Got him to laugh. He's back on my side. Then walked over a stewardess a few minutes later. And the best way to describe how this stewardess looked, she looked like she woke up that morning and oxycontin put on her face makeup. You know what I'm saying? She looked like she was ready to go see the Insane Clown Posse. She might have even been in it. She walked over to those little boys and she was just like, "Hey boys, y'all ever been, where are you going today?" And so they were like, "Yosemite National Park." She's like, "Ooh, Yosemite National Park. While you're there, you're probably going to see a big old water buffalo, and you're probably going to want to pet it." And I was like, now I'm listening. Now I'm really listening. She goes, "But you better not, because it'll charge at you and it'll stump your guts out." Then she turned around and walked off. I was like, this is awesome. You guys don't think so, and that's fine. Then about 5 minutes later, you're my favorite. Then about 5 minutes later, she came back, and I was like, great, what's it going to be this time? She's like, "Hey boys, you ever been to Alaska before?" They're like, "No ma'am, we haven't." They're like, "If you're ever in Alaska, you're probably going to see a big old moose, and then you're going to want to pet it." And I was like, what kind of charmed life has this bitch led? Where she just walks through the woods and just sees a big old monster beast and goes, "I wonder what that feels like. I better touch it." She goes, "Yeah boys, it'll probably stomp her." Comedy's back, baby. Comedy's back. You're trying to do a whole bit, doing a whole bit, and nobody likes it, and you're like, "Should I pull the ripcord on this?" And everybody claps and goes, "Yeah, you should." You pissed off the guy in the ska band, got the guy in the red polo to like it. I think I've done it enough. Done it up. You agree? You think I should quit?
Nah, you said that.
Oh, okay. You're going to see a moose there, boys. You're going to want to pet it. But you better not, because it'll charge at you and it'll also try to stomp your guts out. But here's what you do. You just hide behind a tree till it gets done looking for you, and it'll go away. And I was like, that's some great cartoon logic. I'm a comedian. Everything works in 3s. I was like, she's going to come back with a 3rd one, and it's going to be fucking stellar. It's going to be the best one I've ever heard. But reality's a cruel bitch. She never came back. But through the miracle of my imagination, we're going to hear the 3rd one. Come with me now. Clap. You got sheep. Everyone. "Hey boys, you ever been to Eastern Kentucky before?" "No ma'am, we haven't." "Well, I bet while you're there, you're going to see yourselves a meth man. Mm-hmm. And you're going to want to get yourself a hit. Well, that first hit's going to be for free. But eventually that meth man's going to want his money. And he's going to pull out his dick and he's going to come charging at you. And here's what you do. If he does that, you just pet that dick. Oh, you pet that dick. And you never have to pay for meth again. Thank you, folks. A long way to go. Let's get John Hickok back up here.
Josh Lewis, everybody. Every time I hear Lewis's voice, I always think he should be like narrating a sad movie. Just a guy with a bad arc. Let's see. On